Any more questions? Lovely.
Mother Agnes, you spoke about Musalaha, and recently we had the Pope visit Lebanon. What was his message to the people of the Middle East and to the Syrian people in particular?
The Holy Father really, in the plane coming to Lebanon, had a chat with the journalist, and he said, among other things, that to provide weapons to Syria was a mortal sin. So he asked disarmament for Syria. Then he asked reconciliation. He really, every time he was talking about Syria, he was asking and urging reconciliation as a solution for the conflict. And in the mass, in the waterfront in Beirut, he asked every Christian to be a servant of reconciliation in Syria and in the Middle East. You see, reconciliation between whom and whom. We don't want to get reconciliated with terrorists. We want the Syrian people to be reconciliated one with another, because today this very rich fabric of the Syrian people is a little bit dismantled. There is blood, and sometimes there is suspicion between, even among the Sunni population. You see, opponent and loyalists, they look to each other like this. There is an atmosphere of suspicion, of fear, and hesitation. So reconciliation is to rebuild the bridges, is to enter in dialogue to try to heal the wounds of the past. And it is very important now and when the war will cease. We hope that the war will cease. So we begin still until from now ahead to walk this path of conviviality, understanding. For example, to help the people who are displaced, for example, you see that nobody asked the other, are you from the opposition? For example, in Kara, we received 2,000 families from Baba Amro. Nobody ever asked to help those people. From which part are you? Everybody in Syria is helping everybody. And the government is sending, food, etc., through the Red Crescent. And this is a very good. Yes?
You've talked about
Your
foreign.
voice was in the ear.
You've talked about foreign people inside Syria fighting. Where do you think these foreign fighters are coming from, and what's their main goal for Syria?
Following the reports and also living witnesses, those people are coming from the Arabic countries like Jordan, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. They are coming from the Maghreb, North Africa, Mali, from Sahara, Sudan, Libya, of course, Egypt. They are coming from Turkey. They are coming from Belgium, from England, from Australia, from Ireland. Then they are coming also from Shishan, from Pakistan, from Afghanistan. They are coming from everywhere. You see, they are coming from Somalia. You have offices worldwide to requisite those people. In here in Sydney, you have an office. You have already 290 Australians that are fighting. And yesterday there is a scandal in France. They arrested 200 terrorists, that French terrorists heading to Syria. Now, because everybody is talking about this, the Western government want to appear as innocent. So every day we have a story that a Western government, is taking position against those people. For example, in England, they arrested one couple. In France, 200 people. And the Americans also, they made up. The Americans, they had their ambassador killed by the terrorists. It means that, of course, they are above this and they wash their hands. But we do not believe that only 200 terrorists are coming from France. You don't have only terrorists coming from France. You have secret services helping the terrorists coming from France. You have secret services from the United States, from France, from England, from Turkey, from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia. They are not helping freedom fighters. They are helping Al-Qaeda members.
So I do this in Syria, it's going up country.
Yes, I think that they are deciding that they are sending them to be killed in Syria. Somebody told me this, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Please.
Since you've been in Australia, have you met with any Australian politicians? So how did they receive you?
We have had a lot of talks with church leaders and also political leaders. We were 2 days in Canberra, and all those 2 days in the Parliament House. Okay. Generally, everybody seemed to be aware of what was really happening in Syria. We could not meet the foreign minister, Bob Carr. We only met his chief of staff. Was it his chief of staff? His advisors, you see. Even though they say that they understand, I don't think that the terrible reality of what is happening in Syria will move them, because their references are not ethical, they are of political interest. And so, when they will have to decide, they will decide following their alliances with the United States and not caring anything about the Syrian people. Yes?
How can I imagine?
Can you raise your voice so that they hear you?
How can I imagine for Syria's future?
It's very difficult. As I see, we will continue in a very long way, in a struggle, like in Lebanon. It can continue for years, and it will be like a cancer, unless you have a regional war. So
After Aleppo and
when they finish a place,
yeah, let's start
it starts another one. They finish one place, it starts another one. We need that the international community take a decision not to fuel this conflict, but alas, they are fueling. They are financing, and they are managing, and they are preparing for more and more. And they are waiting the American elections so that there will be another era, another eta, yes.
violence.
Yes. Watching.
Any more questions? Okay, another one here.
That's one question. Have you met many in Australia? Have you met many people that are supporting the Syrian rebels or siding to the Syrian rebels?
I could not really meet those people because in the 2 or 3 places, in the very moment where the audience was beginning to give its point of view in favor, of the government, those people will go out. So there is no possible dialogue with those people. They can't. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. So we are in an impasse, and for us, we ask prayer, we ask to inform always better and better, to ask to claim for the right of the autodetermination of the Syrian people, and also to help, because the international community is helping the displaced that are outside Syria, and those displaced are maybe 10% of all displaced in Syria. You have 200,000 outside Syria, and you have 2.5 million inside Syria. So they are not helping people inside Syria, scarcely. But they are helping people that are outside Syria because they are using them for political purposes. They need them in the camps. And they are sending millions to them. Belgium sent 50 million, European Union 50 million, Australia 50 million. They are sending all this money for those people. And we think that this money is mostly spent for admission, not to help. So it can also make a fundraising and send to help people who have lost everything. And it is to help also the Syrian people to resist to this aggression. Yes.
Susan.
Yes.
Could you tell us something about the changes to the media? Because I know that was one criticism, that state media was just propaganda. What's your feeling about Syrian television
Syrian
now?
television. Look, to tell you the truth, personally, I cannot look at any media but the Syrian media. If I want to know a little bit what is happening, I look at the Syrian media because I feel that it is more balanced than the other media. It's true that today they don't tell us how many soldiers are being killed. But I think that it is a strategy not to put more tension inside the population. But all the rest, they are reporting what is happening, and you can make a comparison with the Facebook pages of the local coordination committees, and you can really have a balanced figure. But the international media, I cannot see them anymore, because it's a continuous life. They put everything under one spot and one color, and it is propaganda.
I would just like to ask, what will happen to our minorities in Syria if anything bad happens over there? Like, a small percentage, like, we're going to get killed, or we're going to run away with our cities? What's going to happen?
Well, today a real atmosphere of hatred is entering the hearts because of this brainwashing. And so they are killing Alawis following their ID. In Kara, for example, we had an accident, a car accident, and it happened, it was an Alawi family, and they were hospitalized. Rebels entered the hospital and killed them. So I tell you that there is, a pressure to facilitate this atmosphere. For Christian, we are under pressure also, and they want to chastise us because we didn't really support this uprising the day it became sectarian.